Yo, what is up guys? Welcome to another Wild Rift video, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you guys a full beginner guide on the new champion Thresh. So Thresh is a very interesting champion and he has some very complicated things. So in today's video I'm going to explain to you everything what the abilities do, but also how to combo his abilities, how to really perfectly utilize his abilities in what situations, how to build Thresh, what runes to use, tips and tricks, everything. So now let's immediately get into the video by first starting with his passive. Very easy. It's basically the same as Senna's passive. Let me show you by taking these minions. So as it reads, Thresh can harvest souls. So let's take a look at this. We take minions. There is a chance, by the way, there is a soul. You see that blue thing? So let me show you how you can take it. You have to get pretty close to it, as you can see. So if I kill, if my ADC kills enemy minions, for you to gather the souls, you'd actually have to get pretty close. Like, take a look at this. Look. See that? You'd have to get pretty close, thus making you vulnerable to get damaged. And it seems like, I don't know the exact numbers, but when you kill a big minion, it guarantees a soul drop. When you kill an enemy champion, it also guarantees a soul drop. And small minions just have a chance. So okay, so the first way to gather souls is basically like this, where you get close to the enemy and you gather the soul. The second way is, if I can show you, if a soul drops. The second way, if a soul wants to drop. Oh, oops. Let me show you real quick. See? Here, look. Boom. With your lantern. So you can either walk up to the soul, or you can throw your lantern at the soul. These are the two ways to use your souls. These are the two only ways that you can gather souls. And this is key, guys. So let me tell you why this is key to gather the souls. First of all, you're gonna get a lot of ability power and armor, but Thresh doesn't gain any armor from leveling up. So you fully rely on your souls, guys, and this is so important, because if you are not able to gather enough souls till the late game, you're gonna be very weak, guys. Like, you're gonna be very weak. So you really want to be focusing on getting those souls, but obviously it's not gonna be easy, because you either have to get them with your second ability or you have to get close to them. So you have to carefully strategize how you want to get them. So now let's talk about the first ability, which is a hook. This is the ability that Thresh is known for, right? So let's take a look at this ability, because there is more behind it than you think. First of all, the rewind is the wind up is 0.4 seconds. This is really long. Like, this is really long. As you can see, it takes quite a while for you to charge it up, thus giving the enemy quite a lot of time to actually dodge it. So just randomly throwing it like this is not really gonna guarantee your success. And that's why there are combos, by the way, but I'll explain the combos later on in the video. So you can hook an enemy and the enemy is gonna get stunned for 1.5 seconds. But there is another thing to it. After you hook and stun the enemy, look, take a look at the ability. It's red. Like, it becomes red. And what that means is you can recast it. And when I recast it, boom, you dash to an enemy. Let me show you again. You can hook an enemy, and during the hook, boom. If you want to know the numbers, after the enemy stun duration is done, after you hit the hook on the enemy, you have 1.25 seconds to dash to them. So when I hook this enemy, I have 1.25 seconds to dash to them. This gets very important during the combo part of the video, by the way. Another thing to note about the first ability, you can't see it right now, but because I have my cooldowns off, if you hit the first ability, like if I miss it, the cooldown goes on 9.6 seconds, right? If I have my cooldowns off. I'm not gonna do it right now, but it goes on 9.6. But if I hit an enemy, like if you hit an enemy, you get refunded 3 seconds of cooldown. Obviously, this is very important. Like, whenever you hit your hook, you're gonna have your hook available way sooner than if you don't hit it. 3 seconds sooner, which is huge. So it's actually obviously very important to hit this hook. So let me quickly show you a combo, which is this, the flash hook, guys. So when you want to use a flash hook, you do not, and I repeat, you do not want to do it like this. This is useless. What I just did is useless. Like, this is useless. What you want to do is you want to cast the ability, and while you're hooking, boom, like that. Now, especially from a bush where the enemy cannot see you, this can be huge. Look at this. Boom. You see that? So pretend as if there is no dummy here, and I want to hook this guy over here, this dummy. So instead of just hooking him like this, which takes some time and it might not guarantee a hit, you wind up the ability and boom. Don't instantly flash. Let me show you. If you instantly flash, they can still see you. Like, look, if you instantly flash, it's not going to be instant. But if you wait a little bit, boom, it's going to be instant hook. And you can also hook sideways. Look at this. See that? So this is how you can really surprise your enemy to flash all the way at the end of the ability. So there is yet another thing about this first ability which you may not know, which is it gives you true sight. As it reads in purple, true sight. So when I hook an enemy, me and my teammates have true sight on the enemy. And what that means is if the enemy is invisible, they will be visible. Because I have true sight on them. So if an Akali goes in her shroud and you hook her, she's gonna be visible for like almost 3 seconds because of your hook. And she's gonna be dead. She is definitely gonna be dead. Also against Kha'Zix, when he uses his ultimate, nope, true sight. Okay, let's now talk about the second ability. And this one is so interesting. First of all, when you throw it on yourself, or when you walk into it, it gives you a barrier. Also, if an ally walks into it with you, it also gives a barrier. So it gives you and an ally a barrier. So if you and an ally walk into it, it gives you both barriers. However, it doesn't give more people barriers. So only you and one more ally. Only you two. No more, because if other people walk into it, nothing is gonna happen. So now let's talk about the main purpose of this second ability, which I unfortunately cannot show because there is no one with me. But if you throw it on the ground and an enemy walks into the lantern and they click, you know where they have to click? On the minion button. Right here, where the minion button is. If they walk into your lantern, like your teammates, boom, they walk into the lantern, they will see here on the minion button your lantern, and when they click on it, boom, they're gonna dash all the way to where you are. So when I throw this lantern over here and I walk here, you can see the range. By the way, if I walk outside this range, the lantern disappears. So it has a maximum range. Like you can throw it here and then your ally can dash to you. However, let me yet again, I'm gonna give you a quick little combo already. You can throw your lantern while your ally is dashing to you. You can actually flash like while he's dashing to you, right? This is very important. Also, while your ally is dashing to you, like ally is dashing, boom, you can do this too. And you can do this from super far away, like super duper far away. You can just hook the enemy, go to them, and oh, I did a little to it, but yeah, when you go to them, they can follow you. There's infinite things that you can do with the second ability. Now let's talk about the third ability. First of all, the passive of the third ability, which is you deal bonus damage with your basic attacks. Do you guys see that yellow bar under my HP? As you can see, it charges up. It just charges up during your game. And as you can see, when I hit an enemy, boom, it deals bonus damage. Do you see that bonus magic damage? Like I'm dealing 48 physical damage and 12, 13 magic damage. And when I let it charge up a little bit, it becomes more. Obviously, when you fully charge it up, it deals a lot of damage. And also, it deals more damage the more souls you have, guys. So the more souls you gather, the more damage it deals. Boom, just like that. So like this is also another reason you want to gather souls. So this is going to be important during the combo part again. Let's now talk about the active of the third ability, which is this. Boom and boom. So basically, you have this pushing and pulling aura in front of you. Like, you see that? In front of me, here is the pulling aura. And behind me is the... No, in front of me is the pushing aura. Like here, look. Boom, I can push the enemy away. And behind me is the pulling aura. Now, obviously, you can cast it backwards too, right? Boom. So I can either push the enemy if I drag my finger this way, or I can pull the enemy if I drag my finger this way. See that? So you can either push the enemy or pull the enemy, and you really don't want to miss the combos for this ability. Let's now talk about the ultimate. Boom. This is literally the least interesting ability out of the whole kit of Thresh. So you throw a wall around you, and if an enemy walks into the wall, they get slowed by 99% for 2 seconds. So it's not a root, it's a 99% slow. This is huge, of course. Like when an enemy, let me show you, you can push enemies into it. Like this enemy is slowed for 2 seconds. And he's not slowed, like pretty much rooted. But after one of your walls gets broken, the other walls only have half the effect. So half the slow and half the damage, which is still huge in team fights, by the way. 50% slow for 2 seconds is still huge. Okay, now enough about this. Let's now talk about the combos. This is the part that I was really wanting to do. I already showed you this. This is a basic combo with the flash. But now let's talk about the proto belt. So I have a proto belt here. Why, you may think? Let me show you. So hooking an enemy with Thresh is not easy. Like, you know, hitting this guy with the hook is not gonna be easy unless you of course do it with the flash, right? I missed it on purpose, by the way, because I want to keep him there. But unless you want to do it with the flash, it's really hard to hit the hook because of the 0.4 second rewind. So this is why we have a proto belt. Your third ability has a pretty low range, so it's not gonna be easy to hit. But let me show you something real quick. Did you guys see that? Look at how fast you can do this combo. You use your proto belt towards an enemy if you cannot reach them, and boom, you can hit them all the way from this edge. Like, look at how far away I can be. And the thing is, they're gonna get knocked up, and after the knock up, they will get slowed by 35% for 1 second as well. What does that mean? Free hook. So when you do this, free hook. This is a free hook. And like, this is such an important combo on Thresh, and you really need to go for proto belt on Thresh. I really 100% recommend you to go for proto belt, just so you can do this basically. Like, if the enemy is slowed by 35%, it's gonna be so easy to hit your hook. So easy, because they're slowed, right? They can barely dodge it. So this is a very important combo. Let me now show you a combo with the second ability, and here is where it really gets interesting. So you can hook an enemy, and then you throw your lantern, your ally goes into the lantern, and you dash to an enemy. Or you can do it beforehand. You throw your lantern on the ground, you hook an enemy, and then when your ally dashes to you, you dash to the enemy. Let me show you again. So let's pretend as if the ally went into it now. He will follow me, like he will follow my dash to the enemy. You can also do this in a very fancy way. Let me show you. You hook the enemy. When your hook hits the enemy, you flash backwards, and you throw your second ability all the way back, and you can get your ally pretty much from all the way here towards you. Let me show you. So let's say my ally is at this ward right here. You see this ward? Obviously, I cannot reach him, and I want to attack this champion. Take a look. Just take a look. So let me explain what just happened here. This is basically the ultimate Thresh combo, right? You hook an enemy. When you hit the enemy, exactly when you hit him, so at this point you flash immediately. You throw your second ability all the way back for your ally to catch it, and when he goes on it, you dash to the enemy with your first ability. This is a very advanced combo, and it needs practice, but like if you practice it, oh, you can make some crazy plays with it. So let's talk about the ultimate. How do you combo the ultimate? So the first way is obviously if an enemy is close, you throw your ultimate and you pull them into it. This is a very basic combo. So when an enemy is close, you throw your ultimate and you pull them into it. This is very powerful, of course, because they're gonna get slowed by a lot. So you can even do it with the proto belt. Proto belt ultimate, third ability. Very, very powerful little combo. Like these combos are just so hard for the enemies to deal with because they can't dodge it. The other way to use it is with your hook. So you hook the enemy, you use your ultimate, and then you pull them into your ultimate. Obviously, I did it slowly here, so I could actually show you guys well how it works. But let me just wait. By the way, let me turn off the minions so they don't end the game. How do I do that? Minions here. So you hook the enemy. You use your ultimate and you pull them into it. It's that fast. You do not want to do it like this. You do not want to hook the enemy, pull them, and then use your ultimate. And I want you guys to test your knowledge. Why do you not want to do this? Why do you not want to hook, pull them in, and then use your ultimate? Because they're going to be in walls, right? It's going to be so powerful. Why do you not want to do this? Why do you want to do this instead? First ability, ultimate, and then hook. Let me know in the comments. I already want you guys to test your knowledge about Thresh. Think. So pause the video right now if you actually want to put down a comment. I'm also doing a skin giveaway. You know, you want to enter, put down a comment under the video. So let me explain. If you hook the enemy and pull them into you and then use your ultimate, what are they going to do? They're going to flash. They're going to flash out of your wall. They're literally going to flash and avoid your wall. But if you hook, use your ultimate, and pull them into the slow, it's true, they're gonna flash as well, but they're gonna be slowed for 2 seconds. And they're not only going to be slowed, they're going to be slowed for 99%. See, the thing is, they can still flash away because it's not a root. It's a 99% slow, but they're going to be standing still even after the flash. So keep that in mind. If you don't want the enemy to just flash away and escape without even hitting your ultimate, you want to use your ultimate and then pull them into your ultimate with your third ability. Okay, so there are more combos, but I don't want to give you too much of a headache, to be honest. Let's see, did I... This doesn't work, by the way, with the flash, as you can see. It only works with the proto belt. You always want to combo your third ability with a proto belt. There's really not... There are more combos, but I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to go to the build right now. Oh, by the way, the order that you want to upgrade your abilities is first you want to upgrade your first ability, fully upgrade your first ability, then your second ability, which is the lantern, and then lastly your third ability. You may consider fully upgrading your second ability. You may. Let me explain to you when. If you're playing duo queue with your ADC and you just want to do combos, right? You just want to use your lantern, because fully upgrading your second ability is going to reduce the cooldown of the lantern quite significantly. So you could do that to really surprise your enemy with your ADC, right? Okay, let's now talk about the build. So this is literally the perfect item for this champion, for Thresh. Zeke's Convergence, it makes you tanky, it gives you mana, it gives you ability haste, and the passive. Whenever you're with your ADC, you're going to be dealing, like you and your ADC are going to do a lot of damage to them. And if you're together with your ADC, with all the CC that you have, the item gives you even more damage. So this is just super powerful on Thresh when you use your ultimate, especially to pretty much root the enemies. They're gonna die, like they are gonna die. After that, you want to get a Bramblefest. In 99% of the games, there's going to be any sort of healing, and Bramblefest is just always going to be worth it, especially because the damage scales with armor. Obviously, when you pick up the souls, you're going to get bonus armor, so you're going to get more damage as well. This item is just always going to be worth your buck, especially on Thresh. For your boots, okay, look, boots of speed, boots of swiftness would honestly be what I would have normally recommended, but the boots just suck. These boots just suck. Like if you compare them to the Ionian boots of lucidity, they just suck. Ionian boots of lucidity is just 10 times better, and you almost always want to go for this one on Thresh. The only reason you wouldn't want to go for these boots on Thresh is either if the enemy has very hard CC like Galio, Ari, Varus. If they have champs like that, go for the Mercury threat. If the enemy is full attack damage, and I mean like full attack damage, you go for the plated steel caps always. But otherwise, if they don't have heavy CC, if they're not full attack damage, you go for the Ionian boots of lucidity. And for your enchantments, always proto belt. I would always recommend proto belt just because of the combos that you can do with it. You can easily catch out enemies with the proto belt. So after your Zeke's Convergence and Bramblefest, it depends. Is the enemy annoying you a lot with magic damage? You build a Force of Nature. Is the enemy annoying you with attack damage? You build Deadman's Plate. Is the enemy annoying you with crit damage? Like if the enemy has at least 2 crit champions, for example, if they have Rengar and Jinx, build a Randuin's Omen as your third item. It's definitely going to be worth it, guys. As I said, for these items, you definitely either want to have a Deadman's Plate or a Force of Nature, because it gives you movement speed, which is really, really good on Thresh, guys. So yeah, in the later game, you want to finish off your Thormill. The item kind of sucks. Like as your very last item, you want to finish off your Thormill. So now let's talk about what runes to use. Aftershock is the perfect Thresh rune, guys. You have so much CC. Every 20 seconds, you're just going to get that tankiness and the damage and everything, right? It's just so good. And the funny thing is, it skills with bonus armor as well, which you are going to have a lot of on Thresh if you gather enough souls, right? For your second rune, always weakness. This is literally the perfect rune made for Thresh, guys. You have so much CC. 3 of your abilities are CC. Your first hook, your third ability, and your ultimate. And all the enemies that run into your CC are gonna be taking that 5% more damage. For your third rune, you want to run Loyalty. Honestly, the other one is Hunter Titan, possibly, maybe Conditioning. But the thing is, Loyalty is just better. The reason for that is because you're often going to be together with your ADC or some other teammate because of your second ability, your Lantern, right? So you and your teammate are going to get that bonus armor and magic resist. It's just going to provide a lot of value, especially in the early game as well in the laning matchup. For your fourth rune, Pack Hunter. Honestly, it's not the best rune, but the others suck even worse. You don't want to go for Pathfinder unless you really want to roam around all the time. You could go for Pathfinder. I don't recommend it, however. Hunter Genius just kind of sucks. The rune just kind of sucks, especially on support. Pack Hunter is then the way to go. And for your spells, of course, Flash. And then here you either want to go for heal or, what is it? Exhaust. So, yeah. I really hope I taught you guys the beginner concepts of Thresh. This is a very hard champion, guys. Like, this is not easy to play. So, don't be too hard on yourself when you go 0-7 in your first game. You'll be going 1-7 on your second game, you know, and maybe in 10-15 games you're actually gonna do good. So thank you guys very much for watching. Give the video a like if you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe if you enjoyed it, and yeah, I will see you all. Oh no, I need to do full face cam. Sorry. I will see you all in the next Wild Rift video. Bye bye.